Tomorrow night, Emmerdale will air an episode that fans won't soon forget, a standalone story that dives deep into the emotional chaos surrounding April Windsor. What's coming isn't just another dramatic twist, it's being described as one of the soap's most powerful and heartbreaking moments in years. For months, viewers have watched April slowly lose control of her once stable life. What began as an innocent attempt to help her boyfriend Dylan Pender clear his dangerous debt to Ray Walters has turned into something far darker. April thought she could handle it, just one favor. One quick fix, one more promise to make things right. But in the world she's fallen into, there's no such thing as one last favor. Each decision she's made has only tightened the grip of a man who thrives on fear and manipulation. Now, with the walls closing in and her options running out, April finds herself doing things she never imagined, crossing lines she once swore she never would. And tomorrow night, viewers will see just how far she's pushed and what it might cost her to escape. ITV has promised that this special episode will deliver tension, danger, and emotional depth like never before. Rather than the usual village drama, this one focuses on two characters, April Windsor and Dawn Fletcher, whose stories intertwine in the most unexpected way. While one is trapped in the present, the other is haunted by her past. And when their paths collide, it forces both of them to face truths they've tried for years to bury. According to the official synopsis, April's desperation to pay off Ray's mounting demands sends her spiraling into an increasingly dangerous situation. What starts as a small errand quickly turns into something life-threatening. Under Ray's pressure, she's forced into risky tasks that put her directly in harm's way. And when things take a terrifying turn, April's fight for survival becomes the emotional centerpiece of the episode. But as the tension builds, the story shifts to Dawn, and the parallels between her past and April's present become painfully clear. Dawn opens up in a way she rarely has before, peeling back the layers of her trauma. She recounts the years she spent caught in cycles of instability, abuse, and fear, years that shaped her into the fiercely protective mother she is today. Her honesty cuts deep, revealing how easy it can be for anyone, especially someone young and vulnerable like April, to be drawn into dangerous situations they never truly chose. Olivia Bromley, who plays Dawn, has called this episode one of the most harrowing and important of the season. She explained that it's not just about reliving Dawn's past, but understanding how her experiences make her see April's situation differently. Dawn never had a stable home or a loving family, Bromley said. She grew up in chaos, always trying to survive. But April's the opposite. She has a good home, people who care about her, and yet she's still managed to fall into this darkness. That's what makes it so heartbreaking. That contrast is at the heart of the story, how two women from completely different worlds can find themselves standing in the same kind of danger. Dawn's pain becomes a mirror for April's choices, and April's struggle forces Dawn to relive memories she's tried to lock away. It's a painful, emotional cycle, one that highlights how fragile even the strongest lives can be when desperation takes over. Throughout the episode, viewers will see April caught between guilt and fear, torn between her desire to make things right and her growing realization that she's in way too deep. Each scene ratchets up the tension as she tries to break free from Ray's grip, but every step she takes seems to drag her closer to disaster. The writing captures the chaos of being young and terrified, trying to solve an adult problem without the tools or experience to understand how dangerous it really is. At the same time, Dawn's scenes offer a haunting reflection of what happens when innocence is lost too early. Her words to Joe, her partner, lay bare the reality of her past, the instability, the constant uncertainty, and the mistakes that shaped her. She knows exactly what kind of path April is on, because she's walked it herself. But while Dawn found a way out, April might not be so lucky. The connection between them isn't just emotional, it's generational. Dawn sees in April the version of herself she once was, scared, trapped, and convinced that no one could possibly understand. And for April, Dawn represents a possible future, one that proves survival is possible, but only if you're willing to face the pain head-on. By the time the episode reaches its climax, the tension is almost unbearable. The tone shifts from quiet dread to full-blown panic as April faces a moment that could change her life forever. It's the kind of scene that reminds viewers why Emmerdale has lasted so long, not just because of its drama, but because of how real its characters feel when everything falls apart. And when it's all over, there's a sense that this story isn't just about April or Dawn. It's about the hidden battles people fight every day, the choices made in silence, the consequences no one sees coming, and the emotional scars that never truly fade. ITV insiders have hinted that this episode could mark a major turning point for both characters moving forward. For Dawn, it's a chance to confront her past in a way she's never done before. For April, it could be the moment she either finds redemption or loses herself completely. Whatever happens, one thing's certain: this isn't just another weeknight in Emmerdale Village. It's a raw, emotional journey that will leave fans shaken, reflective, and desperate to see what comes next. So when the episode airs tomorrow night, expect expect heartbreak, tension, and performances that hit harder than anyone's ready for. Because for April Windsor, the nightmare is only just beginning, and for Dawn Fletcher, it might finally be time to face the ghost she's spent her whole life running from. And as the credits roll, viewers might find themselves asking one haunting question: how far would you go to protect someone you love, even if it meant losing yourself along the way?